What is the best beginner reptile? I strongly dislike the entire concept of beginner pet because an animal's life should not be seen as a practice round to an animal that you actually want. Are there reptiles that are hardier and more forgiving of mistakes and much easier to maintain? Absolutely. But the easy animals still deserve to thrive with someone who truly loves them and invests the time and research to ensure that they do. I think the better question is, what reptile are you actually interested in that realistically fits your lifestyle, budget, personality, and long-term commitment level? Because someone who genuinely loves and researches a more advanced species will usually provide better care than someone who just buys a beginner reptile to buy a reptile, especially if they never wanted that reptile in the first place. The whole beginner pet mentality has probably contributed to more boredom, neglect, and rehoming than people realize. So instead of asking what's the best beginner reptile, here are some questions people should ask themselves before buying a reptile. How much space can you dedicate to this animal, not just now, but in years from now? Some reptiles live 20, 30, and even 40 years. Where do you see yourself in a decade? Will you still be able to house and afford this animal if you move, go to college, change job, get married, or have children? How much research are you actually willing to do? Because reptiles are not low maintenance decorations. Most require specific temperatures, humidity levels, special lights, diet, supplementation, and thoughtful enclosure design to ensure that they thrive long term. Do you want an interactive animal that you can regularly handle? Or are you okay with a display animal that may prefer to be left alone and require a lot more patience and time to build trust with? Some reptiles are naturally more social and tolerant, while others take months or years of trust building, and some may never enjoy handling at all. Are you okay with feeding insects or frozen rodents? Can you afford basic veterinary care? Do you enjoy building and maintaining enclosure? Or does the idea of doing so sound exhausting? Because the best reptile is not the easiest one. It's the one whose care you can consistently provide while still genuinely enjoying the process. A living creature should not be a stepping stone to the animal that you actually want. And the best way to learn about what reptiles are available is by watching reptile content creators online and going to reptile shows. Before purchasing any animal, ensure that it fits your lifestyle and budget. Do an abundance of research and ask questions to multiple sources to ensure the animal thrives in your care. Build its enclosure and temporary quarantine setup before bringing anything home. Factor in the cost of an initial exotic veterinary checkup to ensure the animal is healthy, and make sure you're getting your animal from a reputable and ethical breeder, or consider rescuing or taking in a rehome. Most reptile rescues are constantly overwhelmed with animals, especially those animals that are commonly recommended for beginners, because people thought they would be easy or impulse purchase, and for whatever reason could no longer care for that animal. So in my opinion, there is no such thing as the perfect beginner reptile, because there are so many personal variables that could make one person's perfect pet not be your perfect pet. And I don't believe you should get an animal just because it is cheap or just because it is easy. You should get an animal that you want to love and care for.